So it was Sunday. I slept in quite a lot after being up super late the night before. I was, last night I was hosting a little get-together for some dance friends, and it was a little surreal in a way, like having that thing kind of come together, because for a while I'd kind of wanted to host like these little kind of casual get-togethers and not have it be like an official dance event with structure and stuff like that. And I think partially because I had been, for a while, kind of like seeking a little bit more of the kind of intimate encounters with friends, where it's a little bit more closer knit and it's more hangout-ish, hangout and chill. So, and it was surreal because it was something that I had started planning while I was in the middle of LA, in one of the bars, and just kind of had this like kind of realization of like how theoretically easy it would be to organize things and try and get things initiated. And part of it was just maybe all the pieces kind of fell into place nice and easily, but just in general I think organizing things is probably not as hard as I think I've assumed them to be for a large part of my life, or at least in the past few years, kind of as I've been trying to get the West Coast Club going. So, and that was one of the things that I had somewhat experienced during my time in LA, and like just kind of realizing how easy it is to float through things and to just make the effort to initiate and organize, and not that it would always work out, but just the process of getting things started is easier than I realized. So it was kind of surreal because of feeling that, recognizing it, and then making the effort to start something, and then actually being in that result, I guess, if that makes sense. Anyway, I did my meditation today, and I really did not have a whole lot of like big things come up, like no big like revelation, no big thing, which is totally fine. Not every meditation has to. But I did notice that for a lot of my meditation I felt very like compelled to start working again on the Westie Club. And I know there's a part of me / part of my ego that feels like it should be working on other things that like are gonna make me money, or make it so that I can live on my own, basically be more financially independent. But just the most compelling urge right now is to work on the Westie Club and to start cultivating it more. And one of the ideas that came back with more conviction was working on the like lesson plus practice plus dance, rather than just being a dance. Because one of the things that I had expressed to others and to myself from the very beginning was that I did not want to just create this club just to host one dance. Like, I think a lot of clubs locally focus on just creating a dance, which is great, and a lot of people are totally fine with that. But for the vision that I have, I want to do more, and I want to be able to create like an entire culture and then basically a movement around West Coast Swing in the area. And in order to do that, I need to be a little bit more proactive than just doing one dance or two dances a month, where it's just a lesson and a dance. And I want to be able to put things into motion to where people can actually learn and can actually practice and actually get feedback on their dancing. And that's going to require me to actually put in the effort to improve my ability to teach, and to actually step into the potential responsibility of actually teaching and actually being a leader in the community. And also not resisting that I can be a leader. Because I know for a long time I've kind of like what I was talking about, I think it was yesterday, about kind of feeling embarrassed or ashamed of the things that I wanted to do or the things that I believe in. This is another one of those things where I need to basically step up to wanting to be a leader, completely recognizing that I want to be a leader in promoting West Coast swing and dance in general, and just all the things that I believe, and not feeling ashamed for it, and actually having the audacity to step into it and to embrace it as fully as I can and as imperfectly as I can, or to accept the imperfection and the figuring it out as I go, like one step at a time. So that was kind of a thing. So I thought about a lot of that during my meditation. So I think what I'll do, what I kind of currently is focusing or coming up in my head, is to have what I'm calling a West Coast playground. Play on words on playground, and basically have it be just an open, very low casual, low structure environment for people to learn and practice, and then to like end it with some dancing, but people can still practice and get feedback as they go. And I want it to be very open communication throughout the entire thing. Like the second part of that I kind of recognized through the help of someone from a couple months ago is I do need to have at least a little bit of structure so that people kind of know what they can get out of the experience. And so what I think I'll probably do is I will probably offer to teach for like 30 or 60 minutes or something like that, just very beginner level, just focusing on fundamentals, and have like each night be a theme. Like one night might be focusing on connection, another one might be focusing on listening to the music or musicality, other ones might be interactivity with a partner, smooth movement, etc., etc., etc. And just having each week or each night being focused on that. So I might do that. Try and do that either 2 or 4 times a month. I don't know yet. It's all brainstorming at this point. I just have to pick something and start working with it, and actually be promoting my stuff more confidently and more practically, as in like I believe in this, and actually kind of demonstrate that through what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. So that's, I think, my current focus for the day. Aside from that, still working on processing the LA experience, making sure I've gone through some of the notes. So I'm going to probably set aside an hour or two to go through my notes from LA and Evolving Out Loud, so that I fully understand what my 6-month commitment is, even though I'm on day 4 now. And just kind of look for other little left page ideas, little nudges of the heart, things that I need to do next in my life, figure out what's most relevant, make sure I'm aware of that, and have it clear for me to look at and understand. So basically my 3 things of the day are to process, create, and close. So processing the trip, processing everything that I need to do related to the trip moving forward, creating, working on the Westies playground, creating any graphics, putting things out, expressing things, and then closing. I want to go through and start closing loops that I have active, like certain threads on Facebook that I have open-ended, of people that have commented to me that I want to actually reach out to and connect with and respond to their communication, basically. Yeah, so I have a lot of those that I want to take care of. So I'm very, very happy right now that I'm feeling very focused on doing those things instead of easily getting distracted on just watching YouTube and playing games or whatever. Like, it just feels more natural to do those things. So yeah, I still have to exert some willpower to like stay focused on that, and sometimes I still do kind of slip, but it's still a night and day difference between how much I was focusing on this and doing this before and after the trip. So I'm going to I'm going to do first. I'm going to probably start focusing on just processing the LA stuff and the Evolving Out Loud stuff, and then move on to other things as they come up. So then also figuring out my espresso commitment for the next 3 weeks, which I think will also help keep me focused. I'll just integrate my other things that I'm going through and evolving, and go from there. So that is day 4.